Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Sian, and for those of you returning, then welcome back. So today is Bank Holiday Monday. It's super early in the morning. I've got my lights on because I was so excited this morning that I just couldn't stay in bed and couldn't stay asleep because I'm so excited to talk to you today. Got loads to catch up on. I just want to do a little bit of a quick life update and then we'll go straight into the stitching because I do have quite a lot to show you. So last Saturday I got my first vaccine, which was great. I didn't have any side effects other than a sore arm. That's it really. So yeah, feeling grateful for that. Brett did have his as well. He had a different one to me, so he did have some side effects. He was a little bit poorly, but nothing that lasted more than a night really. And yeah, he's absolutely fine now. So yeah, feeling grateful for that. Our next one is going to be in August. So then we'll be fully vaccinated, which is awesome. What else has happened? So we had our board game table arrive. That was just so exciting when that arrived. We ordered our board game table a year ago when we didn't know what house we were going to live in. We just went for it. Pretty risky really because it's quite a big table. I'll insert a picture of what it looks like. We are so happy with it though. It's something that we've always wanted. We're just super ecstatic that it's now arrived. We love it. We don't really have any chairs for it at the moment though. We do have our old chairs against it, but we are on the lookout for some nice chairs. It's just one of them pinch me moments, I suppose, that we have finally got it. We are massive board game fans. We play board games all the time. And it's something we've definitely missed during lockdown is, playing board games with our friends and things. That has been something we've really missed. So we're really looking forward to the days where, things are back to normal and we're all able to sit around a board game table and enjoy and love our life. So that happened this last week, I think it was, when it arrived. And the last thing I want to update you on is my mum turned 60 on the 26th of May, so happy birthday to my mum. I thought I'd insert a picture of my mum because I talk about my mum all the time, and so I thought you could see the lady behind the project bags. So yeah, my mum looks awesome for her age. She doesn't even have a grey hair, guys. She's 60 and doesn't have one grey hair. I really hope I inherit that gene. Because that would be awesome to get to 60 and not have any grey hair. Please sign me up. So yeah, I thought I would insert a picture of my mum and yeah, wish her happy birthday. We did do a little party for her, which was awesome. She had no clue that we were doing that for her. We kept it as safe as we possibly could in the times that we're in. And yeah, it was just really nice to celebrate. We didn't really get to celebrate my dad's 60th because we were in it was during lockdown and things. But yeah, it was really nice to celebrate her birthday. So yeah, happy birthday, Mum. Hope you're having a great time, and hopefully we'll see you soon. So let's get into the stitching. So for today's agenda, we've got quite a lot. We've got a fully finished, yay! We've got a finish, we've got new starts, we've got whips, we've got haul, we've got fabric haul, we've got happy mail, and a stitch along. So let's start with the fully finish. So I shared with you I think I shared the finish in my last video or the video before, and that was the Autumn by Tiny Modernist. It's a freebie pattern. I will link it below if you're interested in stitching it. And I have made it into a pillow. Super happy with it. And this is the back. So this is my first pillow I have ever made. And I was just really unsure how I wanted to finish this. And so I thought, you know what, why not give a pillow a go? I did my project bag and I really liked the idea of making a pillow. So it was a bit of a learning curve, definitely, because I wasn't going to do this style originally. So originally I had sewn all 3 edges, and then I stuffed it in the bottom, and then I hand sewn it. But I didn't have any trimming to go around the edging, and it just didn't look great at all. I was really unhappy with it. So I decided to do all the ends, so sew all the ends and then slit in the back. But then I was like, what am I going to stick on the back? So this is an embroidery patch. So this is kind of a little tip really. So if you want to make a pillow, all you would need to do is you'd need to sew all the way around the edges, which is what I did. I put a slit in the back, which I know a lot of people do. But instead of just putting any ordinary patch on, you can buy these embroidery little motifs. I bought these as a pack. You can get all sorts of different ones, but I got this multiple pack. So I got loads of different colours. And all they are is they have like this gluey, plasticky feel on the back. So what I did is I stuck that down on the back like this, put a towel over the top, and then I put the iron on top of it. Now I was a little bit worried about the inside, maybe burning or anything. It doesn't feel like anything's happened in there. It possibly is burnt, but it hasn't made any difference to the feel of the pillow or anything, so it absolutely feels fine. So yeah, all I did was I put the iron on to the patch, and now it's completely stuck on. It is covered the hole that I inserted to stick in the filler, and I just used a filler for like teddy bears. I'll link below the filler that I used. It just came in a bag, and yeah, it's great. I am so happy with how this turned out. So I did, if you're new here, just to quickly go over this, I used 32 count Flora Natural Murano, and I used my own colours for the pattern. Like I said, this is a freebie, so if you do like the look of this, you can grab it. I'll link it below. It's by Tiny Modernist. And yeah, so I just did it into a pillow. I'm so happy with it. Brett said to me, what you can do with the pillow? I was like, I don't know, but it's cute. So what I think I'm going to do is I might get a display. So Beth over at Be More Creative, she has a little, it's like a little tier tray, and I really like it, and she always decorates it like for the seasons. So I think I might get a little tray like that, and then I can just display little pillows and things like that, because I'm sure this is not going to be the last one. I really enjoyed it. It was really simple, and I'm really happy with how straight I managed to get the seams, because my sewing machine doesn't have that much control, so it's either like go or stop basically. I can't really control the speed of it, so getting straight lines is quite difficult. But yeah, really happy with how this has turned out. Super straight on the bottom. So yeah, got my first pillow. But this, yeah, if this is a really good idea if you want to cover like where you have cut material. So easy, and I think it looks really good as well. I think it fits well with the design. This fabric at the back I just got in an Amazon bundle. It's just some cheap fabric, but I think it looks really good. So yeah, that is my fully finish. Okay, so the next one is a finish. So I did share this over on my Instagram, and that is this one. So this is the Puntini Home Sweet Home 2021. This was my first Maynia start. So I started this on, I need to get my stitching records out. So yeah, I started this on the 2nd of May and I finished it on the 11th. So didn't take me too long, was a quick stitch. And this was the first design I've ever done with a button. And yeah, love it. Really like Paola's designs, and I can't wait to get a few more. I'll just bring it in a little bit more so you can see. So I am trying to work out how to finish this. I really like the idea of doing it as I did my January sampler, you know, on the board that I did. And I did plan to do that, and I bought some ribbons and things which I'll show you in my haul, but I'm not sure the colour matches. So I might buy some others, or I may just buy a frame. Not really sure how the button would fit in the frame though, you know, with it being kind of off the material. Not too sure, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that is my other finish. I used all the call for colours on this, and I used the same material as Autumn, which was the 32 count natural Flora Murano. So yeah, really happy with how that one turned out. The next one I worked on was Frosty Forest by Country Cottage Needleworks. I will insert a picture of where I was last time. This was a new start, which I started on the 8th of May. It was another Maynia start, which I shared with you in my last video, but I have continued to work on this throughout the month, and I've loved every second of it. And so I'll insert a picture of what it's going to look like, and also where I was when I last spoke to you. And here is where we are now. So I have finished part 1, and I'm now on to the next part. Oh, let's move all that out of the way. So yeah, loving every stitch. And I'm just currently working on this building here. So I say part 2, there isn't actual parts, there isn't a part. There are 9 parts, but there isn't specifically, you know, this isn't part 2 and that's part 1. I've just called them part 1 and part 2. But yeah, I'm loving this so much. It's just a really fun stitch, and yeah, really looking forward to getting this one finished and then moving on. I was really unsure where to go because I started in the middle, so this is the middle piece here, and I was like, do I go there, do I go there? And to be honest, I just went with which colour was calling me. So I really liked this green colour, and which I think is sea foam, I think. If that's wrong, I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, I really like this colour, so I thought I'm going to go for that side. So I was really surprised at how many of you have this in stash or are going to be starting it. I was really surprised, and I know quite a lot of you went and bought the charts as well after seeing me starting it, which is awesome. So it is really interesting to hear that so many of you also like this and are stitching it as well. I am actually stitching this with the Penguin Cross Stitcher, Chloe, and we are going to be using a hashtag for this, so I'll insert that on the screen, the hashtag that we're using. I think it's Frosty Forest Sal. It's an existing tag, but I thought it was perfect for what we are doing. So yeah, myself and Chloe are also stitching this, and I love it. It's just great. I'm doing this on 32 count pearl grey, which I think linen is actually the called for, but I much prefer even weave. If I can get an even weave instead of a linen, I will always choose even weave. So yeah, that is the progress that I made. This was actually one of my new starts. I wasn't going to include the parts as new starts, although loads of you very kindly said, yes, of course it's a new start, it can class as a new start. I wasn't planning on starting this one, but the actual new start that I wanted to start, I wasn't too happy with the material, so I ended up doing this as a new start for one of the weekends. But yeah, I'm loving every stitch of this. It's so nice to stitch on, and I can't wait for it to be fully finished really and displayed. It'd be awesome. So the next whip is a new start, which I started on the 14th of May, and this was actually a purchase I bought this month, and I bought this off an eBay shop, and that is the Lizzie Kate, what's it called? If You Live to Be 100. And it says, if you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live a day without you. And there is also this other one, so you kind of get two, and this one says, sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in your heart. So I'm also planning on stitching that as well. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that for my Stitch Mania, I'm doing #Animania, so all my new starts are animal themed. So I claim this as an animal theme because it has a butterfly in it. So this is why I managed to stitch this as my new start. I am doing everything from stash really, so everything that I've chosen is not the called for colours, and I'm doing this on 32 count pale cream. I need to get my board, which I don't have. So yeah, I'm doing this on 32 count pale cream. And like I said, I'm doing all of my own colours, and this is how far I've got. So I've changed these flowers a little bit. So these are the flowers that I did. But these are what the flowers should look like. Hopefully you can see that, these ones here. But this is a little close-up. Really cute. Really enjoying that one. And yeah, the message means quite a lot to me. Yeah, so when I saw it, I just instantly wanted it, bought it and started it. So that was my third week? That was my third start. Yeah, so we've had Home Sweet Home 2021. That was my first one for Stitch Mania. Then I had Frosty Forest, and then I had If You Live to Be 100 by Lizzie Kate. This is actually the first project that I've stitched of hers, because I really love Lizzie Kate, but I always find it quite hard to get hold of Lizzie Kate's projects. I haven't selected all of my colours yet, so I'm kind of just winging it as I normally do. But it is actually called for Weeks Dye Works, so there is quite a lot of Weeks Dye Works in the pattern, but I'm using all DMC. The next whip I'm going to show you is my Hello Petal by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. This is a tree that is part of the seasonal trees that Caterpillar Cross Stitch has made, and she's just brought out her Hello Sunshine tree, which is the summer tree, which is super fun and really bright. I really like the first part of the tree. I don't think I'm going to take part in the Stitchalong this time. I'm not 100% sure. With having the Hello Petal tree on the go, I don't know whether I want two on the go, so I may hold off and stitch it a little bit later. I think Beth Chadwick mentioned that she might be doing the same in her last video as well. So maybe Beth, we can stitch it together at some point. But yeah, I think I'm just going to concentrate on Hello Petal for now. So I'll insert a picture of where I was and also the design, what it's going to look like. I am doing my own colour conversion, so mine does look slightly different to the design, but it does give you kind of an insight into what it's going to look like at the end. And I have also just grabbed my board because that lighting behind was doing my head in. So I'm sure it was doing yours as well. So here it is. This is where we're up to. Making slow progress on this. I tend to stitch this and pick it up just when I want a quick little motif. Haven't got a lot of time to stitch. You know, it's not one of them times where I'm going to sit down and have loads of time to stitch on it. So it's one of the great things I love about the tree is you can just grab it and do a little motif and put it down. So this is where we're up to now. I'll just do a little bit of a close-up. So I'm currently just working my way through the little chick. I'm not 100% sure on this tulip at the moment. I don't know whether it's just a little bit too bright. We're going to see what it looks like when everything is together. So yeah, that is my progress at the moment on Hello Petal. So the next one that I worked on was Lucaress the Swans. Oh, this is my oldest whip out of all of them. And so I have decided that I'm now going to try and pick this up as much as I can and just put one thread in or two threads in. As I go to stitch my other projects, I'm just going to pick this up and put a few threads in just because I want to get this one finished. I don't know why I don't pick it up. I don't know why I don't gravitate to it. I think it's, well, I do know why. I actually lost one of the threads. Yeah, I don't know what happened. One of the threads has disappeared and I don't know what the colour is. I don't know what the I don't know how to replace it. But there is a colour very similar to the colour I've lost. So I'm going to just use that, and I'm going to just hope for the best, really. So I'll insert a picture of where I was last time. I think it's been quite a while since I last showed you this. And here is where we are now. Oh. So I decided to just move away from the baby, and I've just picked up the mum. The colour that I've lost, a lot of it is part of this baby, but I do have an alternative now. It's like a hair somewhere. I do have an alternative now, but I just wanted to kind of see progress, and so I just started on the mum, and I've just started my way on her. So I'll just bring it up a little bit closer so you can see. It is absolutely stunning, this piece. I just love it. It's nothing like I've seen before. It has a watercolour kind of vibe feel to it, and I just think it's going to be so gorgeous when it's finished. So I just want to get this finished because I just know it's going to be so beautiful when it's done. I fell in love with this when I saw it. I think I bought it from Lovecrafts, and it was just they were just advertising it, and I bought it instantly. So yeah, I just love it. There's so many colours in this one, so I think that's one of the reasons why I don't pick it up as much, is because, you know, there is a lot of swapping out colours and things, but it's going to be amazing when it's finished. So yeah, I'm going to be picking that one up as much as I can, and I may share it with you occasionally when I feel like I've put quite a lot of work in. You know, if I'm only putting the odd thread here and there, you may not be able to see as much progress, but I do feel like I've put quite a bit of progress in this one, so I thought I'd share it with you today. So my last new start for Stitch Mania or Animania is by Croquette A Go Go. I hope I'm saying that right. That is the Spring in the City. I shared this with you in my last video, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to buy it because I love it so much. I literally have fallen in love with this designer. The designs are gorgeous. I really, really love these designs. So yeah, I bought it and I wasn't too sure whether I was going to stitch it. It's a big piece. It is very big. And I do have quite a few big ones, but I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to start it because I love it that much. So it is a PDF pattern that I got from Croquette A Go Go. The design is beautiful. The pattern is beautifully designed, like laid out. They also include how many skeins you need. Yeah, it's really, really nice pattern to read from. I am doing this, I'm doing everything called for. I'm using the called for material and everything. So I have also put this on a scroll because it's that big, but here is where we have started. So I started this yesterday. No, I didn't. I started this on Saturday. So I've done 2 days on this, and this is where we are at. But this is huge. It is a big one, but it's beautiful. It is. I just love the colours. It's so pretty. The colours are beautiful. The colours make me feel very happy. It's one of them designs that it's just so bright and pretty, and these are the colours. My threads are always messy, aren't they? So these are the colours, lots of pinks, and yeah, they're just gorgeous, absolute gorgeous colours. And yeah, I'm using all the colourful colours for this one. I want it to be exactly like the design. The only thing I have considered changing is that it does say spring on it. Somewhere like here. I think I might take that off because I think this is going to be a piece that I want to have up in my house all year round. It is very springy because of the colours and yeah, it does have that spring feel, but I also think it has just a feel that I just want all the time. So I think I might take the spring off and just, yeah, have it as a year piece. So yeah, this is going to take me a long time, but that's fine. So yeah, done 2 days on that, and I think I'm going to continue with that today. So yeah, that is all of my Stitch Maynia projects. So in total, I started 4, I think. So we had Home Sweet Home 2021, which I have finished. Then we started Frosty Forest, which is going to take me some time. Then I started If You Live to Be 100, which is now obviously a whip, and Spring in the City. Yeah, so there was 4 new starts in total, not including the part 2 for Frosty Forest. And it's been great. I've really enjoyed it. Everything's been animal themed, which really is right up my street. But I am now also looking forward to just picking up my older whips and getting a few finishes, because there are quite a few smalls that I'd like to finish, and I'll talk about that in my plans. So moving on to my haul for my fabric. I really enjoy watching fabric hauls. I'm still learning a lot about different colours and fabrics in general. So I actually have 1, 2, 3. I'll put them all together so you can see. So I have all of these fabrics to share with you today. I will start actually with Lakeside. So I bought this one from Lakeside. So this is the Fabric Flair Cloud Stone. So this is what this one looks like. It's got this beautiful kind of marbly look, which you can see. Yeah, I think that's probably right. So this is my first Fabric Flair. I've not had Fabric Flair before. I haven't stitched on anything mottled either, and I just think this is gorgeous. This is just gorgeous material. I did get quite a big piece of this. So quite a big piece, and I bought pretty much all of these in mind for a pattern, and I'm not sure I'm going to use any of them, but that's okay because now I have a nice fabric stash. So that is that one. So that one's from Lakeside Needlecrafts. The next are from a eBay shop called Florishell Needlecrafts. I'll link it down below. So this one is Vintage Blue 32 count Belfast, which is this gorgeous sky type colour. And again, it has that mottled effect to make the sky type of look, if you can see that. So that is the first one. The next one is Vintage Sand Dune 32 count Belfast. Just stick it like that so you might be able to see better. Yeah. And it's pretty similar to this one, but it has a lot more mottling. Has more of like a cloud type of look. So I'm really excited to see what I can put on this one. But yeah, I think this is gorgeous. I really, really like this one. So that is that one. And then the next 2 are Vintage Country Mocha, which a lot of you will already be familiar with. So it's this type. So this is the 32 count linen. But it's very interesting to see it next to Ada because it's so different. Look at the different types. So this is the colourful colour for this pattern. And for me, it's too dark. So I bought all these fabrics for this design because this was going to be one of my Stitch Mania starts. But I decided that it was too dark in the end. I did post on my Instagram for ideas on what to use. A lot of you did say to use this kind of blue, and I love this and I think it would look amazing. However, when I did a floss toss, these colours are too browny, neutrally kind of vibe, and I just didn't feel like they went with the blue type. I think it needs to be this kind of earthy colour, like a browny kind of colour. But these browns are just too dark for me. I kind of want this type, but a little bit browner, or to have a bit more of a browner mottle. So I'm still on the lookout for them. The problem that I have with this kind of colour is that the snowman just would blend straight in. Otherwise, I think this would be perfect. But unfortunately, the snowman would just end up, well, you wouldn't see him. So I'm looking for something a bit lighter, just like the pattern really. It does say country mocha, vintage country mocha, but it's just too dark. And it was actually 18 count that it calls for. So I bought a piece of that, but I'm not a fan for this project. So yeah, that is my fabric haul. I thought I would share it with you. I really enjoy seeing people's fabric hauls. Like I said, I'm still learning about fabrics and things, so I really enjoy seeing colours and different types and things like that. So I thought I'd share that with you. Okay, so then moving on to another bit of haul. I bought some finishing pieces really. So I bought a pack of these ribbons, and I had in mind these colours for Home Sweet Home. So these are the ribbons that you get. I got lots of different colours, but these colours just don't go. The red is too red, the green is too limey colour. So there isn't really another colour in here that really would fit, I don't think. Maybe this one would go actually. Possibly. So yeah, I just bought lots of these colours, so many different vibrant colours. They're really, really pretty. So I thought they would come in really handy for finishes. I don't have that much finishing stuff. I don't have like ribbons and things like that. So I thought I'd get a packet of them. And I also got some rickrack. So I got this multi-pack of rickrack, and I'm going to start using some rickrack for my finishes. I think rickrack is a really nice way of finishing off projects, and also pillows. So I do have a plan to use some of the rickrack in my plans for June. I'll share that in my plans in a bit. But yeah, I thought I'd get some finishing things. So these were just 2 things that I got from Amazon, and look forward to seeing where I use them in my projects. The next thing is Happy Mail. So my lovely friend Tom over in the Netherlands bought me a birthday gift, and he got me this gorgeous owl by Thea Governor, and it's called Woo Woo It's Winter. So pretty, love that. It's a kit, so you get all the threads inside, and these are the DMC kits threads, and you get some material in there. He actually ended up getting me 2 of these because he sent it to me and unfortunately it didn't arrive. So the postal service basically said that they think it's lost. So he bought me another one, which you really shouldn't have, Tom. So yeah, he bought me another one, and it did actually arrive. I have actually got 2 of these, so I potentially may be doing a giveaway in his name in a future video. So make sure to check that out in upcoming videos. If I'm unable to gift it to someone locally to me or personally to me. So yeah, that might be a giveaway in future videos. So thank you so much, Tom, for sending me this. I can't wait to stitch it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, thank you. That was really, really kind of you, and you really didn't need to get me anything, but thank you so much. You know when you've been talking a while because your battery dies. Okay, let's talk about the Stitchalong. This is something that I've been really excited to talk to you all about. I was really surprised at how many of you were excited about doing a Stitchalong. It seems like there's quite a lot of us who have Bothy thread kits, Wrendale designs in our stash, which haven't been started and we need to start. So I am going to be using the Buttercup as my Stitchalong. I decided to go with this one over Chitter Chatter only because I know where I want to put this, and I want this to go with my lovely mum, which I've already finished. So I'm going to be doing this one. Okay, so what have I decided? Because when I originally spoke to you about this, I was really unsure what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, and I was umming and ahhing for ages on what type of Stitchalong to do. And in the end, I decided to do it as a part stitch along. So this is the idea that I have. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You can do it whatever way you want. You can just take part and use the hashtag. I'm going to create a hashtag specifically for the stitch along. If you just want to use the hashtag, that's absolutely fine. You don't have to do it this way. I have done it this way just to hold myself accountable and to get finished, basically. So everybody's going to be doing their own project, so it's up to you however you do this. But the idea is that the stitch along will start on the 20th of June, which is a Sunday. And each month there will be a part that we work on. There's going to be 6 parts. That way we then have it ready in time to get finished for the end of the year, or potentially if you want, you could fully finish it before the end of the year. So the idea is that you split it into 6 parts, and every month you will work on that area. It's up to you however you want to do it. For me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in the middle. So I'm going to do this grass bit here as part 1, part 2, part 3. Then I'll work up 4, 5 and 6. That is how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do the back stitching as I go. You could potentially have the back stitching as a part if you wanted. It's up to you. But that is how I'm going to do it. So every month I'm going to have a focal area. That way it makes me keep on track with where I need to be ready for the end of the year. Now potentially I could move into the second part if I wanted. If I was on a roll with it and I was really enjoying it, I potentially could pick it back up and do more than just the part. But that is what I'm going to do. So for you, if you have another Wrendale design kit, it is entirely up to you how you do it. You can split it into 6 parts however you want. It could be that you have 5, say for instance chitter chatter, there's quite a lot of sunflowers and 2 birds. You could potentially have like 2 sunflowers as a part, each part. A bird is one of the parts, etc. It's entirely up to you how you want to do it. Like I said, you don't have to do it this way. You can just stitch it as part of the hashtag. It is entirely up to you. So yeah, it's going to start on the 20th of June, and every month there will be a new part and you stitch that part. So on the 20th of June, I'm going to start in the middle, as I do like to start in the middle on the Bothy thread kits, and I'm going to be trying to complete this green area as well, as potentially part of the duckling as well. I'm going to try and focus on this green part for the first part of it. So basically going to split it into 6. So that is how it's going to run. I will insert a picture, I'll insert the hashtag here of what I'm going to be using. I do have an idea of the hashtag I want to use. I just want to double check that it hasn't been used again. But I'll insert the hashtag here, so I'm 100% sure that it is okay for me to use. And also what I'm going to be doing as well is I'm actually going to be including your work. So this is not an original idea. This is something that I saw from Nicola at Bumble Stitches. I think she used it for her Pocket Full of Posies stitch along that she ran. She included pictures from Instagram, and I thought it was a wonderful idea. So this is definitely not an original idea. But what I need you to do is I need you to tag me into your post, just so that I know you're happy for me to share your work on my channel. I'm not going to be able to pick everybody. I'm just going to pick a random someone's piece of work that I have seen, and I'll just share it in my video. Just make sure that you tag me so that I know that you're happy for me to share your work in my channel. If you don't tag me and you just use the hashtag, that's absolutely fine. I will just know not to select yours for the video. If you don't have Instagram and you want to be considered for me sharing your work, just send me an email and I'll pick it up from there. My email is in the description below. So yeah, just drop me an email, send me a picture of your work, and I can insert it into my video. I will only insert the pictures when I share my work. So yeah, I just thought that was such a really nice touch to the stitch along that Nicola shared with her Pocket Full of Posies. I just thought that was a really nice way of connecting and just displaying your work as well. So yeah, that is what I'm going to be doing. And the last thing, which is the exciting part, is I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway for this stitch along as well. So I haven't actually chosen a project because I want you to choose the project that you want. This is going to be worldwide, and we will work it out between us, whoever wins, on how we get your project to you. Lakeside Needlecrafts does ship worldwide and have a lot of projects in stash. I wanted to hold off getting the project because one, I want you to stitch the one that you really want to stitch, and two, I will work with the winner on how we can obtain that project as fast as we possibly can, whether that be I give you a voucher for your particular online store, you know, like potentially you can buy it from Etsy, maybe I could give you a voucher and you can buy it from your country and then it'll be sent instantly. We'll work it out when it happens. But if you are in the UK, you know, obviously it's not an issue. I can get it sent to you direct, and you'll probably get it in a couple of days. So I'm going to ask you to ask me a question. So I like the idea of doing a bit of a Q&A session. I did originally do one quite a while ago, but I did it on my Instagram. So I'm going to be doing a Q&A in my next video. So I want you guys to help me out with that. So all you need to do to enter the giveaway is you need to ask me a question. It could be anything. You can ask me any question you want. And you need to use the word Wrendale in your comment. So the question can be completely separate. If you don't want to enter the giveaway, you can still ask me a question. That way it gives you the opportunity to ask me a question and not enter the giveaway. So all you need to do is ask me a question, and then I will search on the word Wrendale in the comment, you know, the giveaway finder, whatever you call it. Yeah, so use the word Wrendale in your comment below, and then I know that you want to be entered in for the giveaway. Usual giveaway kind of rules apply. So if you can be a subscriber to the channel, that would be great. I would love for this kind of giveaway to go to a subscriber. So please, can you be a subscriber to the channel? Make sure to like the video. It does really help me with YouTube algorithms and all that kind of stuff. And just make sure you don't use the word like giveaway or gift or them kind of words in your comment, just so that we can basically keep people who aren't even part of this community out. And also make sure that you're 18 and over so that I can ship it to you. I think that is everything. This is my first giveaway, guys. It's so exciting. I hope I've covered everything. There's probably like something massive that I'm missing out. So yeah, just to give a quick overview of that again. So the stitch along will start on the 20th of June. I will insert the hashtag that is going to be used. If you want me to consider you for sharing your work on my channel, make sure to tag me at craftivating_creations. You can email me if you don't have an Instagram so that I can consider you from that as well. What else do I need to talk about? It's going to be a part 6 stitch along, so each part is going to be every month. You decide however you want to separate your stitching in 6 parts, or you can just stitch it however you want. That's absolutely fine as well. I will do the giveaway. I will select the giveaway on the 13th of June, and it probably will be, I will contact the winner probably direct off, you know, I won't probably announce it on my video, as I probably won't have a video in time for the 13th of June, just because of plans and things. So yeah, I probably won't have a video, so I will contact you direct on the 13th of June. Okay. I think that is it for the giveaway. So the last thing I want to talk about really quickly, because I feel like this video is like hours long, is plans. So I've been thinking about plans, and one of the things that I really want to do in June is look at a lot of my smalls. I think I'm on like 14 whips now, and I would really like to get that number down. And I also would just like to really finish a lot of the new starts from March Madness. So I'm going to be picking up a few of my my smalls from March Madness, and I'm also going to be concentrating on Spring in the City. I think it's such a great, fun pattern to stitch on during the summertime. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that as well. So they're the plans. I don't know whether I'll stick to them, but yeah, that is what I'm going to be doing through June. So hopefully I'll have a few more finishes for you during June, as I do have some plans for my smalls on how I'm going to be finishing them. So yeah, excited for that. So that is it from me, guys. I feel like I've spoken a lot in this video, but yeah, that's what happens when you don't film for 3 weeks. I really need to go to weekly because I feel like I have so much to talk to you every time I sit down. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure catching up with you again. Make sure to enter the giveaway if you want to enter and want to take part in the Wrendale Designs Bothy Thread Kits Stitch Along. I'm really excited to be doing this as my first Stitch Along, and yeah, I hope you are looking forward to taking part as well. So that's it from me. I hope you're all okay, and yeah, hopefully I will see you in the next one.